Okay. Have you heard of Remembrance Sunday? Have you heard of Remembrance Sunday in England? The 11th hour of the 11th month. You must have heard of it. Where the poppy day. Yeah. Do you know those poor men who died had no choice in doing what they did? You know that, don't you? Yeah. You know that their leaders forced them to join the army and go and fight other young men who've been forced by their leaders to fight them. You know that, don't you? Yeah. So you're disrespecting them.
No.
You are.
You are the leaders. You are the pastors.
The leaders.
Evangelists.
No, the politicians. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So you have a problem with politicians, yeah?
Yeah. We have politicians.
Do you have a problem with politicians?
They don't do it. The pious, the religious person does not call for wars. They don't incite.
Do you know why not? Do you know why not?
We don't have politics.
Shall I tell you why not? Shall I tell you why you don't?
Whereas Islam has. That's the difference.
I'll tell you why you don't have it. Shall I tell you why you don't have it in Christianity? Because you lost the power, mate. Because you had that power. The Crusades. No, listen. The Crusades. Who called the Crusades? Who called the Crusades?
I'm up against.
Who called the Crusades? Tell me the name of the guy who called the Crusades. What was his religion?
I can't remember his name.
No, what was his religion?
He was a Christian.
Oh, he was a Christian. So a Christian leader forced men to go and fight in the holy wars, yes?
Yes or no? He didn't force.
No?
No, he didn't force.
No?
That's the wrong statement.
No, the peasants weren't forced by them?
No, he didn't force. That's
okay. Do you know the history of the Crusades?
Yes, I know.
Do you not know that the barons forced their peasants off their lands to go and fight?
No, I didn't force. Are
you sure?
You're exaggerating.
Really? So talk to me about the Fourth Crusade.
Listen, as a Christian today, not only me, the vast and even probably 99%, 100%, they're against crusades. I can explain in this way.
Talk to me about the conquistadors.
1 second.
No, talk to me about the conquistadors.
Really?
Talk to me about the conquistadors from Portugal and Spain. Talk to me about those guys. What did they do?
I haven't answered the other one yet.
What?
About the crusade.
No, all we have to establish is that the leader of the Muslims, the leader of the Christians, called for war, and the people went to war. Yeah?
No, it's not that way.
It's not that way.
No, it's not,
Kings
it's
were
not the way.
Kings were forced. Listen to me. Kings were forced to join the crusade. The Pope requested a crusade. Your kingdom had to join that crusade. The Pope's power overruled kingdoms. Do you know that?
Nope.
What do you mean it's wrong? Are you saying to me a kingdom within Europe could refuse the Pope when he called a crusade?
Calling for wars as a Christian, and we don't find in the New Testament.
You just ignore my question. You just ignore my question. And that's the problem.
Wait, please.
No, your response should be either yes, the kingdoms did have a choice not to join the crusade,
I'm not
or
filling
no.
a form. Don't be funny. I have to explain to you.
No, if you're not going to answer my direct question,
you stop me in the 10-second time.
Because you're not answering my question.
Please. Let me finish it.
No, what's my question?
Your question, Pope forced Christians
No,
to go to
that's
war,
not my question.
And then you
that's not my
so you
question.
change it.
That wasn't my question. And that's the problem, you're not listening.
No, it's a problem.
Shall I repeat my question?
Listen, but he can't remember.
Shall I repeat
listen anyway.
it? Shall I repeat it?
You don't give me time.
Shall
to
I repeat my
answer.
question?
Keep moving and moving.
Shall I repeat my question?
You're not engaging with me.
Shall I repeat my question?
Stopping me.
Shall I repeat my question?
Repeat it. Why you give me time to answer it?
As long as you answer it then. And
As long as you don't stop me, you will get your answer.
as long as your answer doesn't involve the word New Testament, no problem. All
Why
right?
you shouldn't be?
Because it's got nothing to do with my question.
Wait a minute. The Pope is reading New Testament.
That wasn't my question.
You see, that's where we get our theology.
That's not my question.
We're talking about Christianity without the
No,
New Testament.
I'm asking you a question. Can you just respond to the question?
Ask again.
All right. It's a very simple question. Did the Catholic kingdoms have the right to refuse a crusade when the Pope called it?
First of all, there was not a Catholic kingdom.
What?
Okay. And they had the right to refuse. There were volunteers went on to release Jerusalem from the invaders. Okay, that went on for 1 or 2 centuries and gradually disappeared from the Western, from the Christian world. It doesn't have the base, it doesn't have a reason from New Testament. It's not practiced from the early church, is not being practiced today. In the 2,000-year span of Christian history, is an isolated, a unique case of Christian history. It does not repeat no more. Today, all Christians are against such a movement. I personally, I'm against it. They should not have done
Against
it.
what?
But they did it.
What are you against?
I'm against crusaders. I don't want it.
All right, all right. Did you seriously start the whole answer with there's no such thing as Catholic kingdoms?
Sorry?
Did you seriously start your answer, there was no such thing as Catholic kingdoms? What religion was Spain, Portugal, France, Hungary, Poland, Britain? What was their religions?
What was it? Majority were Christian.
Catholics.
Yeah, Christian Catholics.
Right, but you just said there was no Catholic kingdoms.
No, when you say the Catholic kingdom, it was not a religious kingdom as we know, because we compare it with Islam. It was not such a...
The Catholic kingdom was ruled by the Pope.
No, the Pope has the power, but he did not practice as a king the way you know.
No, the Pope had,
have the
okay,
civil laws.
the Pope was the papacy, first thing, and it was laws.
He didn't practice the civil law, did he?
Who, the Pope?
Yeah.
They practice it today in the Vatican City,
No, he didn't have that.
but they do have it.
That is a lot different than when you say the kingdom, it has a definition.
No, the whole principle of what we're saying is this. First of all, I asked you a question, whether or not the Catholic kingdoms could refuse the request of a crusade or not. Your response was, there's no such thing as Catholic kingdoms, which is an error, straight away. So, yeah, so that negates your whole answer.
History called Catholic kingdom. I don't know.
Okay, I'll educate you. Okay, I've just said the countries: Spain, Portugal, Poland, France, Hungary. What was the other ones? Denmark, Great Britain were all Catholic kingdoms. And what that meant was the Pope had authority over all of these kingdoms. You know when you watch the Three Musketeers? This always confused me as a kid. When I used to watch the Three Musketeers, I seen the Three Musketeers working for the king. Then there was these guys in red. And I was thinking, who are these guys in red? They seem to be as powerful as the Musketeers, but the Musketeers work for the king. So how can these guys in red be as powerful? Then I find out Cardinal Richelieu is their boss. And then I'm thinking, well, who's this Cardinal Richelieu? And he is the Pope's representative in that kingdom. And he has the power of the Pope within that country. Do you understand? Now remember one thing, they believed that it was the Pope who appointed kings.
Brother, do you mind if I ask a question?
No, we do mind. No interest in you. No interest in you. Ask him a question, no problem.
I'm not here for you to interest.
I'm not interested. Well, we're having a conversation.
I did ask
Not
you.
interested. Not interested.
It looks
Not
like
interested.
you are watching
Not interested in you.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول